Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Alliance Forever. Today I have a 5v5 decap match on the most amazing Roxas map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. We'll start with Team 1 on the northeastern side, and then we will end with Team 2 on the southwestern side. Starting off with Team 1's Western players, we have in Light Oak Tan, it is 6X or xxxxxx. He is a UEF. He is a 1300. Joining him on that Western side, we have in Amethyst Purple, it is Phong playing as a UEF. He is a 1700. Moving on to the Eastern side here, starting off in the Southwest side, we have Rosaco playing as a Cybran in Pac-Man Yellow. He is a 1400. In orange color, orange to his east, we have Xayo playing as a UEF. He is a 2100. He is the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. And then rounding off Team 1, we have in lightest red pink, it is FAF Mimus. He is a UEF. He is a 1600. So over Team 1 side of the map, they made it pretty easy. They have 4 UEF and then 1 Cybran, with 0 Aeon and 0 Seraphim. So lots and lots of Perseus for Team 1. At least you would hope so, given 4 UEF. Moving on to Team 2 side, starting in the southeast, we have in Chevy Crimson, it is I don't know how to say the rest of that name. He is a UEF. He is an 1100. I'll probably just say Miz for short. To his west, we have in Rust, it is Charles Leclerc. He is a Seraphim. He is a 1900. Again, in Rust. Moving on to the western side, we have in Regal Purple, it is Leverage playing as an Aeon. He is a 1200. In Batman Gray to his southwest, we have Dimitri 11 playing as a Seraphim. He is a 2000 rated player. He is the highest rated player on Team 2. And running off Team 2, we have in Imperial Gray, it is FAF Memes. He is a 1900 in Imperial Gray as a Cybran. So just a note, we have FAF Mimus on Team 1 and FAF Memes on Team 2. So I'll shorten their names to Mimus and Memes respectively, just so that everybody is aware that is who I am referring to. And then maybe if one of them dies / leaves the game, then I'll just probably just say the full name. But anyway, that is just a note there. And also noted just barely in the intro, this is a decapitation game. So even if players lose their commander, they are still in the game unless they want to donate all their stuff over to somebody else. And even then, they can hang out just, pinging stuff or whatnot until they actually officially leave the game. So no one's dead. No one's ever really gone in this one. So we will see how things shake up. And in terms of mexes on the map and mass, we'll start with the mass. In terms of the reclaim, currently sitting at 44,000 mass in reclaim. So 4.4k mass per player. Definitely worth grabbing all around the map. We have lots and lots of reclaim. I mean, it's very well evenly distributed. That we do see 1,000, 1,100 or so. But there are 900s, 600s, 400s, 300s, 540s, really dotted around the map. So really everybody's going to be fanning out to grab all of that juicy reclaim. And in terms of additional mexes on the map, we'll take a look at Team 2 side of the map. There's a Trimex position in the middle. There's one over here. And I mean, Team 2 technically owns that right now, but I feel like it's closer to Team 1 for the most part. Maybe. Anyway, we'll just say this one's Team 1, this one's Team 2 on those little plateaus there. We do see a Trimex position down there as well with a nice little one-off. Trimex position there, Trimex position there, Twin Mex there, Trimex position there, Trimex position there, Twin Mex position there, Trimex position there. So lots and lots of expansion places and whatnot to grab. There's also a Quad Mex right here. Just wanted to note that. Lots and lots of mexes, lots and lots of reclaims, so that mass income should be going up high very, very quick. And again, players are going to be probably a little bit more aggressive with their commanders because it is a decap match. So I do apologize ahead of time for missing any of the kills. It won't obviously say who killed who because they're not technically out of the game when their comm gets destroyed. We do see sensor package started here for Leverage in the middle. He is, I will note, the only Aeon in the game. I didn't even talk about Calm distribution for Team 2. For Team 2 side of the map, they have one UEF, they have one Cyber, they have one Aeon, and they have two Seraphim. So they have Seraphim and Aeon tech that Team 1 does not. Team 2, again, leverages the only Aeon in the game. So lots and lots of options for Team 2. Team 1 heavily focused on the glorious UEF technology. Possible combi-com engagement going to happen between Dimitri and xxxxx over here to the west. No upgrades for either of them. No shot on the comm just yet. You're not going to shoot the comm, are you? You're just going to stand there, be very close to one another, and actually shoot at one another. Oh, there it is. I saw a shot. There it is. Combi-com action occurs between Dimitri of Team 2 and xxxxx of Team 1. Gun upgrade started for Rosaco. We have gun upgrade started for Miz. We have Xayo with his gun inbound to Miz's position. Again, things are going to be slightly weighted in Team 1 side on the eastern front because there are 3 players over here. And then, again, favored on Team 2 side of the map because there's 3 comms over there. In terms of other players not moving, we do see that Team 1's Mimas is hanging out in base. And we have Team 2's Memes hanging out in base. So both those players just going to hang out in their bases. We do see a little bit of movement from Phong. We have a little bit of movement outbound from Leverage. He's on a range upgrade currently. Gun upgrade again about to be finished while Xayo is inbound. Gun upgrade will be fine because he's not going to cancel it at 90+% at this point. He's actually sending units into the engagement just to ensure that the upgrade finishes. We do see Charles is starting to move a little bit. He might go to the middle to intercept Team 1's Rosaco. So we have, is that 4 players on the front line for both teams? The only players not moving again are Mimas and Memes. Gun upgrade started for xxxxx there, a little bit north of Dimitri's position. He has taken some damage. He's in the yellow, but he's not dead yet. And again, even if he does end up being destroyed, then his ability to play is not hindered. We do see Miz pushes in. Not looking good for him, just tanking the damage. Again, the difference between the 2 players is more than 2,500, which means even if Miz does end up going nuclear, which he just did, it won't kill off Xayo. And Team 1's Xayo scores first blood. Again, not an elimination from the game, but the comm has been destroyed, making this a 5v4 comms left alive game at almost 9 minutes. Gun upgrade progressing here for Rosaco. Looks like it's paused very briefly. Range is almost done. Maybe might just go straight advancement. Nope, not yet. T2 started for xxxx there to the north. This will lose Miz on a little bit more firepower on that eastern side because his comm's no longer there. And it does maybe embolden Xayo just a smidgen. He is heavily damaged, I want to note, so maybe he wants to fall back for a little bit. He is now on 2-star vet, so he has a little bit more hit points to play with, but it's definitely risky. It's not 15, 20 minutes in, so the snipe attempts aren't really going to be on station yet for either team. We do see T2 air is done for Mimas. He's going for T3 soon. He's going to build, looks like, some P-gens first and some other engineers to do so. We do see gun upgrade started for Charles there, a little bit north of his starting location. Team 1, T3 is done for Mimas. A little bit of head on the ball versus his compatriot of Memes. So a little bit of air power win for Team 1. That might indicate first bomber. Maybe, possibly, maybe. I know some like that strategy, some don't like that strategy in terms of just, if not inventfulness, but just more a traditional strategy more than a different type of strategy. I know there's a word for that. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But we'll see what he ends up doing. He might just build more ASFs. That's entirely valid. Just getting a little bit more air control sooner rather than later is not a bad idea. Phong going for a gun upgrade just outside of xxxx's position. PD trying to be built. There's more PD and shielding here for Dimitri, so it's just not really going to work. He needs really artillery to push in, or just more forces altogether to push in. Looks like Rosaco's going for stealth. He might just go straight for nano. You have an advanced regen ore started for Charles, actually skipping the nano upgrade. Again, he is Seraphim, which means he can go for that 50k hit point nonsense. Regen 250 a second. Commander, he might go for that. He might not go for that, but at least he's going the advanced regen. It does buff the units nearby him, giving them an additional, I believe it's 20% hit points. And again, some regen to boot as well. So lots of boosting going for that commander. Nano is going to be completed here soon for Xayo, so trying to get those hit points back up into the green sooner. He was almost there, to be honest, but it does give him some more hit points as well, so Gives them a little bit more protection. Attack missile started for Phong. Again, 4 UEFs on Team 1, 1 on Team 2. Half the match is UEF, so a Billy Nuke should be on the cards for somebody in this game. The percent chance is definitely more than a traditional non-zero, but it should be pretty high if we're going for a Billy Nuke. Nano repair started for Charles. And we do see FAF memes, I should say, intercepting that line of Team 1. Are those just strikers and Lobos? For the most part, yeah, a couple of Yanzina there to help shore up the defenses. Xayo, definitely grateful for that nano upgrade. I mean, it's Team 1 units. He has his own Team 1 units nearby, and there are some Ilshis inbound. Those are going to chew up those Team 1 forces pretty quick. Overcharging kills off another Ilshi. He's almost at 4-star vet, so really he's looking pretty well on hit points now. He's at 4-star vet, 18,000, almost 19,000 hit points on board. So doing very well for himself in that regard. Won't be able to get much more out of that comm once he gets that 5-star vet, but hey, it's better than nothing. The comm is done with his upgrading. He's going to start pushing the middle. Nano repair has been started for Rosaco there in the middle as well. T3 air is done for Team 2. Radar coming online. Hopefully that turns into an Omni soon. Team 1, do we have Omni? Probably a little bit early for Omni. I mean, somebody could rush warp. I don't see why you would. Xayo's starting to be a little bit overwhelmed. It is a little bit not looking great for him, but again, it's a lot of Team 1 forces. We are seeing some T2 PD being built back here. That's going to be a little bit more dangerous as the engagement continues, as more Ilshis are being thrown into this. He's definitely going to have to look out for those PD emplacements shelling his position. He'll be able to walk out of range pretty quickly, though, so nothing too worrisome. But again, he is losing some territory here. Ilshis are starting to surround him a little bit. Ilshis put out a lot of damage. And if these were T2 pillars or even Riptides, I think this would be a lot more concerning. Xayo gets 5th-star event, gets right back into the green, and he's going to be more than happy with that. He does lose a little bit of momentum, but again, even more hit points for the comm is not a bad idea. In terms of eco so far, almost about dead even between the teams. Team 1 at 620, Team 2 590. About 30 mass a second total, which makes it about 6 mass a second. That's 1 T2 max. It's honestly not a big difference. It really isn't. In terms of reclaim, we have 50,000 for Team 2, 40,000 for Team 1. So a little bit better for Team 2. That's pretty much Team 2's lead for total mass accrued. But Team 1 is starting to pull away a little bit more in eco now, so that lead is going to start to collapse in total mass accrued, not necessarily, of course, the reclaim, because Team 1 is leading that. We do see a couple of pillars are in the base here for Team 2. I don't know where they got dropped off. They could have just actually walked. I highly doubt that they walked on by. We have multiple mexes offline. That's hurting Team 2's eco as well. Pillar killing off some random engineers, I would assume, on some scavenging missions. Pillar's about to be destroyed here very briefly soon. Boop, there he goes. So it is a loss for Team 2. Not a heavy loss, but still a loss. Xayo losing more hit points. Does have some Perseus and Titans to back him up, though. Definitely nice to see both of them. Titan's very good at dealing with Team 1 T2 forces. Perseus dealing with more of the higher T2 HP units, and then, of course, the T3s. Otham's not focusing the comm. Again, killing off the comm isn't a big deal because, again, the player can still be in the game. But I don't think he's going to get out of there this time. He don't. That was so close for him getting out of there. But Team 2 does score a kill on Team 1. Again, not a elimination from the game, but a comm nonetheless. It's now 4v4 comms remaining in this game. So no one's still missing out on all the fun, as indicated by the numbers going on that right-hand side of the screen there. Rosaco engaging Charles's comm. I mean, probably not the best idea. We do see lots of Rhinos for Team 1. We have a couple of Ilshis for Team 2. We have Othams, of course, starting to be into the mix as well. If the Othams were to link up with the Commander, they'd have, again, 25% more hit points. You can see 120 hit points a second regen for 5,000 is a lot. You can see that drop off to 4,700. It is a huge amount of regen for those units. We do see Dimitri's getting hit pretty hard. We have Perseus and Mongeese and Pillars and more Perseus. And we have some Flapjacks. Some nice little pancakes are being thrown at Team 2. We have overcharging, killing off almost a Percy or two almost immediately. Nice overcharge there, killing off one of them. He's on 2-star vet. Only Nano on board. Definitely wants to probably go for that gun upgrade soon. He's now on 3-star vet. Overcharge kills off another of those Percys. Lots of Othams inbound to assist. And again, Dimitri's fighting a little bit of a uphill battle, obviously, which is odd because he's actually fighting downhill technically. But it's 2v1 in terms of comms here. We have gun, missile, and T2. We have gun and T2. Maybe Dimitri got hit by a missile, maybe he didn't, but now he's being outranged by Spearhead, so it's just that upper plateau position is not just being, it's just being overwhelmed. I don't think he's going to make it very much longer if he stays there, especially if he's getting hit by tons of Percys. I mean, stands there for a second, probably not the best idea. Oh, he's like maybe 2 shots away, 1 shot away. There it is! Dimitri 11 is killed, at least his comm is destroyed by the Percys from Team 1. So comms left alive are 4 versus 3. Nobody has left the game just yet. We still have comm action in the middle between Charles and Rosaco. I mean, again, it's 108 hit points a second versus 92. 4-star vet here for Team 1's. Rosaco at 19,000 hit points pretty much. Charles is at 19,500. So in terms of just raw damage, it's going to be Team 2's Charles win because if they just keep trading blows back and forth, the region's going to just keep that comm alive a little bit longer. Now with the other units in the mix, that's a different story. Overcharge kills off another unit. Now he's on 4-star vet. Now he's at 114, even stretching out that regen lead in terms of how much he's regenning per second. Othams need to stay within range of the comm. Again, 120 hit points is a lot. I'm surprised they're not targeting the comm. That would be a nice little threat to eliminate. Rosaco he's taking a lot of damage. Charles, they're fighting back-to-back. Look at this. They're fighting back-to-back against their opposing forces. Rosaco is almost killed. He's not dead. He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. Charles is not focusing on him. I think he's just trying to kill off all the units. I mean, it would be a nice way to even out the comms left alive at 3v3, but no, it looks like Rosaco is going to get out of there. I mean, this isn't a regular game, so you can go for the comm kills. This isn't one of those, if you go for a comm kill, the base goes to somebody else, he gets a lot of eco, and then it's just kind of downhill from there in terms of expediting somebody's eco growth. But in this one, you want to go for the kills because they can stay in the game regardless, and that's just one step closer to winning the game overall. You could either win it through annihilation or assassination or what have you, because both options are still viable. But in terms of time now, we have Team 1, 1.1k, just speed running eco here for Team 1. In terms of leaders in that, we have 323 from Mimas, and then we have 260 for 6x. We have Memes at 350. with Dimitri 11 at 260. So we are seeing some players pull away on each team. We're seeing, again, some mass assassinations on the eastern side for Team 2, so it's slowing down growth for those players. We have gunships being absolutely annihilated, and Team 1 is now pushing it into that plateau. Team 1 actually was able to keep their plateau. I am surprised that Team 2 didn't try to push it, but GG's in the chat from Xayo. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he thinks the game's already over. Maybe he thinks the game is going to win for him. I have no idea. It's just a random GG. We do see Chicken versus Percy's. I mean, again, if they were any other T3 unit, I'd say the Chicken would win automatically. But again, Percy's have been known to take down comms and experimentals very, very quickly. Missile inbound. Looks like it's going for eco. I was going to say, please hit the bomber, but no, it's not going to hit the bomber. Kills off the mass storages. 3 out of 4 of them. Team D is going to be built immediately to counter that. Almost like he knew it was going to happen. Phong is going to move out of range. He's still within range. There's an SMD built by Team 2's Dimitri 11 now, so he has that under control. Actually, they could have targeted that SMD. That probably would have been a better thing to go after. Would have done enough damage to annihilate it in one shot. Again, the T3 Mex is at 6,700, so yeah, more than enough damage to kill off that SMD. Team 1 going for a nuke in the corner of the map, and it's already almost loaded, so 20 3.5 probably is when that thing will be finished. Maybe 24 at the latest for Mimas. I mean, in terms of targets, essentially anything is open in this game. We have an air grid down here, no SMD in sight. We have multiple bases down here, no SMD in sight. That's a chicken being produced. We have no SMD. We have that one SMD, but again, half loaded. So if the nuke goes after the SMD, Team 2 is then wide open again for another hit. Nuke is inbound, and it goes for Charles's base. I would have... Usually the air player, if they build the nuke, goes after the other air player, if there's only one, with the nuke, but looks like he goes with the land player in the middle. It's not a bad play. I mean, it's going to kill off core mass and drop his eco, but I feel like the air would have been a little bit better to go after. Even Memes is like, yeah, he's probably going to go after me. I'm going to move my engineers out of there just to get some air grid expansion back up and running. But no, he's going to go for here. It's going to prompt everybody else on Team 2 to go for SMDs. We do have artillery being bombarded by Scorchers. That's going to hurt. Here comes the nuke. Kaboom! Kills off, actually, not as many mixes as I thought. Kills off the land headquarters, not the air headquarters, but I guess it's T2 air, so not a big deal. And a couple of mexes, so not as bad, I think, as it could have been for Team 2. Nuke kills off 24,000 mass. It's not bad. We've seen, obviously, a lot better and a lot worse, to be fair. Counting those that do not and do get shot down by SMDs. Speaking of being shot down, we have tons of Team D up here dealing with spearheads. Again, volcanoes are the best Team D in the game, but even they can be overwhelmed, and spearheads are specifically designed. They fire 4 missiles at a time. Usually, I think the max that a flare from those volcanoes can pull is 3. So if it's 1v1, I think eventually that spearhead will win just because it's eventually doing damage to that volcano. But I think in this scenario, I think they have enough coverage to not doing terribly bad. Yeah, some missiles are still breaking through those, so it's still kind of a losing game for Team 2. It's not that bad, but it's not great. We do see that chicken from Team 2 still hanging out up here. Killed off 53,000 mass and climbing. We do see a possible destruction of maybe some main facilities. Again, the headquarters is back here. This is the main production line. Keeps everything a little bit further close to the front line. Cuts down on travel time a little bit. And, of course, makes it so that if that is destroyed, the headquarters isn't gone because it's away from the base. Kind of like what we see with the air grids, while some players will essentially segment out their or isolate their headquarters and leave the main air grid like we see here. Just all one. But, some players keep it in the air grid no matter what. Stone Anger over to half done for loading. He did kill off 71 units or structures, so I mean, it's a high kill count, but not a high mass count. Look at this. SMD there, SMD there, SMD there. No SMDs down here. Again, still, I think, an oversight for both of these players, especially the one that got nuked. He's doing decent in keeping back Team 1's forces in the middle, but again, the middle is kind of just a melting pot of just, it's just there. I mean, we have 4 players as presence here, and honestly, I mean, stuff is being destroyed, stuff is being pushed back. It's, it's a back and forth, but there's nothing being gained or lost relatively important for either team. It's just, let's spend a bunch of mass, throw it in the middle, and we'll see. We're seeing a lot more value being gained and lost via the western and eastern sides of the map. I mean, the chicken running around looks like he's going to go this way, kill off these mexes, and then maybe hightail it that way, killing off those mexes, and then maybe make a hook that away. I mean, that's, what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mexes right there that could be eliminated. That could really hurt xxxx's production significantly. I mean, it's a lot of mass to lose, especially with engineers going out to upgrade them, and all that mass lost for the upgrading process as well. And power, but it's mainly mass, to be honest. Secondary air grid coming online for Team 2's memes. I mean, this eastern side is really not looking good. 2 common kills, artillery right next to one another. It's like a Venn diagram. Middle of the map, we have Rosaco, again, heavily damaged in the red again. And Nuke is inbound from Team 1 once again. I don't know where it's going. It's not. Wow. I feel bad for Charles. He's being hit pretty hard by Mimas, by those nukes, and just getting hammered. And Rosaco, I mean, kills off that Autumn. He's at 22,000 mass killed. Charles is at 27 mass killed. Strap Bomber inbound from Memes. It's not bad. I don't know why they're going after the forces. You could go after mexes. You can go after something else that's, I think, a little bit more viable. And more detrimental to lose, and that bomber gets shot down anyways, so I don't know if that was really worth the bomber, which it wasn't. It wasn't worth the bomber. Engineers are fleeing the scene. Some of them will get out of them. Most of them will die. Actually, all of them will die. Wow. Kaboom! So Charles has been heavily set back by Team 1's nukes. That should have been higher in terms of mass killed. Oh, yeah, 61,000. More than 30 mass killed. Yeah, definitely higher than that first nuke. But still, very good nukes all around. It's eliminated almost an entire player's eco right there. Again, 4 mechs is dead. 2 more mechs were killed earlier. He still has his T2 headquarters. He has his T3 land that's being built. Looks like Xayo is slowing down a little bit on that eastern front. We have airfight in the middle. We're seeing the tail end of it, though. Team 1 does win the airfight. It is Cybrin versus UEF. If those of you who are astute enough, I am not one of those, so somebody could educate me in the comments about the best individual ASF. I know Cybrin is better in smaller groups if it's like 50v50, but if it's in large groups like 200v200 kind of thing, I think it is I believe it's the worst in terms of performance. I don't know. I think the Seraphim one can fire in any direction, so that is nice for doing turns rather than like lining up the shot. The Seraphim ASF can just fire right behind itself essentially. 360 degree of coverage. I don't know which one's the best. They're an ASF, so I don't know. It's like strat bombers. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of some maybe advantage with the stealth capabilities on the Revenant for the Cybrin, but a strat bomber is a strat bomber is a strat bomber is a strat bomber for the most part. So there's a little bit of quirkiness to it, but not by much. Kind of like the ASFs, I think, but a little bit more quirkiness to the ASFs than the strats. If you see any more, that's fun. Paragon has been started by the Cybrin player of memes, which means he got Aeon Tech from Leverage. I mean, it was that right there. It's just get a transport, pick him up, drop him off kind of thing. So that's going to be interesting for Team 2 if it finishes. Now, we've seen plenty of time where Paragons are going for the game ender in general. Does not pay out, and that team loses. We have seen it where they build it and they still lose, and we've seen it where they build it and they win. So we will have to see again. Everybody's still in the game by all the counts and all the units on the map, so no one's dipped out just yet. And I think we are seeing more of decap or decapitation matches being kind of in the vault. I don't know what it is, but like I think I've casted more decapitation matches in the past 2 months than the last 2 years, just generally, which is really nice because these games they're played differently because primarily the comm, you can still go for comm kills, and it doesn't hurt anything unless that player does give over everything else to their teammates. There isn't the automatic, okay, all their mass goes to somebody else kind of thing. It's kind of more of a active decision more than just a consequence of going for the kill. And it does mean that players who do have the opportunity to go for the kill aren't playing that like, well, if I do, should I do it? Is it worth it? Do I keep that player having mass and not give it to somebody else kind of game? They can just go, yeah, I'm just going to go for kill. I'm going to be done with it and move on kind of thing. So I do like that. We do see the chicken being bullied, I actually would say, by the Percys, more than the chicken bullying the Percys. The Percys are doing the bullying. We do see more, actually not many bullies in them. The chicken kind of counterattacks / surprise attacks them. A little bit of advantage there for that chicken rolling some stats. And looks like it's about fine. There is some AA in that mix, but not a whole lot. T1 bombers, though, I am surprised he's going for T1 bombers. I would figure gunships, some broadswords would be nice to see. Something else other than T1 bombers. They are effective. Here goes, is that another nuke? Did I just miss a nuke? I did miss a nuke. Didn't kill a lot of mass, though. But killed off 4 mexes, so it killed off the mass in that regard. This definitely wasn't a Billy nuke, but I didn't hear the announcer say strategic launch detected, so that was odd. Yeah, there's no UEF comms within range to go after that. But anyway, 31 minutes on the clock. Bombers just ravaging the eco for Charles. I feel bad for him because he's getting heavily targeted by Mimas for some reason. All of that attention is just the Eye of Sauron is right there. It's not moving. Mimas does spot the Paragon, so Team 2 can't hide the project the entire game. In terms of players that have comms alive, we have 2 over here to the east and 2 over here to the west. So 4 for Team 1. We have 1 right here very far forward. 1 here and 1 here. So there's 3 left for Team 2. In terms of eco, it's 2,000 roughly for Team 1 versus 1.7. So about a 250 lead. Not a insurmountable lead for Team 2 to catch up to, especially if they build the Paragon. But it is still a decent chunk of a lead. So Team 2 does have to be a little bit more efficient. The Fat Boy, unfortunately, for Team 1 does get destroyed by some gunships. Not enough AA in the area. Yeah, they could have maybe targeted the Cougars anyways to get a little bit more, time with the gunships being alive, but you want to secure the kill on the Fat Boy, which, again, I agree with that as well. There's just a lot of mental calculus that goes in this game, and sometimes you can't make the 100% efficient decision every single time because there's just so much going on. That's why I like games with the pause button. Yep, that's why I like games with the pause button. Like squad tactics games like XCOM, the Warhammer 40K, Demon Hunters 1, or other tower defense games where you can just go, okay, pause, let me think for a second. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, there's a pause. Let's keep going. That kind of thing. Because it's the 1,001 ideas and decisions and stuff, and there's just only so much my brain can handle before it gets overloaded, which is why I struggle playing these games, just because there's so much going on. Anyway, Ras being built here for Team 2's leverage, trying to inject his left arm full of mass. Maybe they'll inject his right arm as well. We do see, again, Team 1 still aware of what's going on. They are somewhat tracking the progress. You could see it just very briefly with the bar there. And it's not over 25% yet, but it's about to be. It's not progressing super fast. This is being a very big concern. Team 2's Charles actually pulled back his attack and is going all the way around. Honestly, you know what? It would have been funnier if he went this way. Instead of going all the way around that way, just charged in and just attacked from behind. And Fat Boy is now retreating. Not enough for a full freezer of Fat Boys, though. There's 2 of the 3 of them there to get a full freezer. There's not really a large contingent of land forces. I mean, I'd say there's about 24 maybe mainline units over here to the eastern side. Maybe not even that. If I can double click. Only 5? Really? Only 5 Perseus over there? That seems a little less. There's actually less than I would think of Titans as well. Looks like there's more units over here for Phong, though. He's probably at 24. He's at almost 40. Now the Nuke makes the icon. SACU teleports in, kills off some of the P-gens. Target the headquarters. Go after that. Did they know about the Nuke? They know about the Nuke. They could have teleported in. Oh, there's T1 PD there. Okay, but you could have probably still killed off the Nuke, though. But SACU is teleporting in. Those Seraphim ones are deadly. Did that Nuke end up getting shot down? Oh, no, it's still inbound. Okay, I was like, oh, I thought I got shot down finally, but I guess not. Definitely don't stand next to one another. Pigeons are going down. Team 1's Mimas is losing his air grid. And here comes the Nuke. I'm, again, like I said, the 3rd Nuke of the game. 4th Nuke of the game. Boom! Targets Charles specifically. Man, I don't know why he's being hit pretty hard, but he is. One of the SACUs, the other SACU is gone. He could have maybe done a little bit better job of targeting that headquarters, but hey, it does take out about a little over half the air grid, so that is something, especially with Mimas's air being at 114 versus Memes's air grid sitting at 188. I mean, it did now cement the Team 2 owns air, but they have air dominance closing on an air supremacy at about 100 ASFs in Team 2's favors. Kind of the nomenclature there that I've developed for myself. It goes just a little bit of an advantage, and then air dominance, air supremacy, and then we own air or they own air, depending on who I'm specifically referring to. In terms of the game right now, I mean, it could go either way. The Paragon's being built right now. I mean, Team 1's aware of it, so they're probably going to try to develop a strategy to deal with that. The air/ground battle on the eastern side is going very well in Team 1's favor. I mean, they pretty much almost eliminated both Miz and Charles from the match. It pretty much makes this a 3v5 base scenario, which eco-wise is not great for Team 2. So let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't, because like I said, I don't know why you wouldn't at this point, especially for a decapitation match. Hit the like button and subscribe. Share the video. Do all the other YouTube things that YouTube likes to see while we look at Memes going for a nice little gun upgrade next to his hopefully soon to be built Paragon. We do see tons of spearheads. Lots of sticks sitting there on the nice little weapon rack being cut down for whatever they're being cut down for, made into muskets or something. I don't know. They're being made into something else because their mass is being just chewed up. We do see tons of Corsairs are inbound. I don't know what the idea is, but there's a fat boy up there. That'd be a nice target. There's a fat boy down here. There's another fat boy down there. And the air fight gets one. And when they scorch the feet of that chicken, it's not bad, but again, they're still moving. You could even maybe split and send the 2 chickens this way, send 2 other chickens that way, push both armies at the same time, or you could actually send all 4 and just say forget it and go northward for that fat boy, which I think, honestly, the air player might just have that handled, so you might not need to worry about that. Oh, that's definitely overkill for Team 2. Just absolutely annihilated that ice cream sandwich. And the reclaim is actually gone on top of that. And here's an opportunity to strike at some mexes for Team 1's Phong. Just eliminate... Oh, SMD. That's always a good option. And power goes off. Doesn't actually kill... kills a couple of those Corsairs when they were in range of that explosion. Team 2, they do have a nuke. That would be a nice little target. Eliminate that base. There is a little bit of overlap, though, from this one, so you'd have to aim it probably right about there. Right on top of that T3 mix, you clip those 3 right there, and then you might even clip that one, and then you definitely won't be able to clip those other 2, but at least grabbing, I think, those 5. Don't count that one. Those 5 right there. It would be a nice chunk of eco, and then you can start alleviating a little bit of that pressure on that western side. Again, similar to what's happening on the eastern side for Team 2. I mean, they're really getting hit pretty hard, both by nukes and by land forces. The nukes are helping the land forces indirectly, but that's kind of the point. Nuke, how are we looking? 136,000 mass kill, 263 units or structures. Attack nuke is done. Team 1 did go for it. Phong has it equipped now. Does he have? Yep, he has T3 engineering speed on board, and now the chickens are just running right into this huge amount of land production. We have T1s, T1s, and T2s and T3s. There's more T3s over here. Honestly, I mean, some chickens will die, but the goal is to just do devastating amounts of damage to Team 1. Just whatever they can kill is definitely better than whatever they are unable to kill. And those look like, oh, some Percy's got dropped. Ooh. Ooh, it looks like some Percy's. I must have just missed it. Some Percy's maybe got dropped by Team 1's 6X, and it almost actually killed off that Paragon, because you can see the bar for those engineers are about a little over half, or about half. The hit points on the Paragon are not half. So, yeah, they did take a hit. So that would have been bad. Good thing he has shields on it now. But he has shields on it now, which is better than not having shields on it when it would get shot at even more by Team 1. The second chicken is gone. And, oh, the headquarters would be a good grab at a bare minimum. The nuke might not actually go over here because unless the chickens die just immediately right now, I mean, they'll still lose some stuff. And Ion Storm might be within range of that mech, it looks like. And those mexes are gone. So, yeah, the nuke doesn't have to go over here. And there's another nuke, I would assume, yep, for Team 1. Have they even fired their nuke yet? No, they haven't loaded, though. And in the middle of the map, still Charles is hanging out. Still has not gone for advanced nano. I feel like that's such a missed opportunity. He'd be at 50,000 hit points without a question. That chicken's hit points, though, is at 100,000. He'd become essentially his own pseudo or proto game ender. Not game ender, sorry. Experimental land unit at that point. Not game ender. Not the same thing. And another... Oh, my goodness. That's number 5. Kaboom! Second one on the exact same position. This guy just can't catch a break. And Phong, have you seen this? Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, 100,000 mass. Come on, eclipse 100,000 mass killed. Hey, there it is. 100,000 mass kill with that one chicken. Not alone, but just credited to that chicken. Stealth coming online for memes. He has this nice little laser online as well. He might just go straight for cloaking. Nuke is inbound for Team 1's. Oh. Oh, they go. Oh, is that a yup? Mm-hmm. No backup SMD anywhere in sight for Team 1, which means that artillery that Xayo was building was building. And now we have... Oh, is that ground firing from Team 2? That is ground firing. And that chicken is going to die. The comm will be alive still, but they can't target him directly because, again, they don't have eyes on him in terms of Omni or any of that sort of stuff, or just his power is still active, so he still has his cloaking field online or cloaking generator online. Kaboom! Kills off the headquarters, kills off the artillery being built. That's not good for Team 1. Loses some decent value out of that. That was the first nuke. Another nuke inbound immediately afterwards. 73,000 with the first nuke. And looks like the second nuke is inbound for... Ooh, that's a main base gone for Rosaco. He actually might lose the ability to keep his... Maybe lose his ability to power his cloaking. Oof, that's... yeah, that's not looking good for his mass or his power. Was he stacking mass? Oh, yeah, he's overflowing mass. Ooh, that's not good. Got to spend that mass. Oof, that is not good. Is that Paragon done? The Paragon is almost done. Here comes the nuke. He's like, okay, I don't want to walk back to base because it's going to get nuked. And kaboom! That's a lot of not good things. We have another SMD being built, being loaded as we speak, of course. We have a backup one. Oh, but nope, no back one. Okay, okay. So, Team 1 does not have an SMD anymore. Team 2 has had 2 nukes. They didn't use the nuke on the other nuke from Team 1. Team 2 definitely has done some scouting. They don't know everything now because it's been a couple of minutes at least. But they could have targeted that. Why didn't they target that? I have no idea. But they could have gone after the nuke. That would have eliminated the other big threat. And then they could have targeted the base. Yeah, maybe they won't get it because the SMD will be built in time. But eliminating a nuke that's been just terrorizing Charles for the entire game, and only Charles the entire game, kind of would be nice for him to not have that problem anymore. But to be fair, he's gifted everything over to memes. Probably just to help that Paragon that just got built. Nuke is inbound from Team 2 once again. Oh, please don't get the nuke. Please don't get the nuke. Is it a point defense nuke? It's not a point defense nuke. Target this. I'm going to semi-crash out over here. But again, the Paragon is done. They're repairing it just to keep it alive. Definitely a smart move there. And looks like more engineers are going to be built out of that facility. You could actually hand over a decent amount of your mexes to just help fuel other players' eco. And there goes Team 2's Charles. I mean, he was being hit heavily hard. Finally was eliminated for Team 2's. At least the comms were gone. He's given, again, everything over. He's not out of the game just yet, to be fair, because he's probably still in the air like we are, just pointing out stuff. But Rosaco does get the kill on Charles. And again, they have been fighting it for a while. Both of them have been low quite often, but Rosaco gets the last word in that engagement at least. But with the Paragon online, Team 1 is on a limited amount of time because it's only going to take so much time before stuff is built. Whether it's donuts, all of the Paragons being built. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of hives. That's probably going to be the next goal, is to build that second Paragon there. All of the bugs, because why not? And Phong says, yeah, that's unfortunate. Team 1 loses both those fat boys. Phong has kind of been hit pretty hard because of all the stuff that he's lost. I mean, he's still producing a decent chunk of mass at 500. Total mass per second for Team 1. 2.3. Doesn't really matter what it is for Team 2 for the most part because they have a Paragon, so it's kind of augmented those numbers severely as the 3,000 mass for memes. We do see, oh, Miz is still kind of in the game. We do see some mass being attributed to him, but Charles is at 0. He doesn't have any forces under his control. Doesn't mean he's still not in the game. Just means he's not directly controlling anything. Another nuke is inbound from Team 2. Looks like it's going to the air grid. There was an SMD built somewhere. It's down there. Don't think it's in range. There's another SMD there. That's not going to live much longer. There's a... Oh, that SACU... he walked up and said, I want to go after those PD, and just got noped on. Nuke is man still has not targeted the nuke from Team 1. I don't know why not. 228,000 mass kill with that one nuke launcher. 3 bugs already online. I mean, Team 1, like I said, is living on borrowed time. They have to kill that Paragon now. If they don't, it's game over. Here comes the nuke. Well, there goes the air grid. That's not going to help things. Kaboom! Team 2's nuke launcher has killed off 288,000 mass. Looks like it's going to fire immediately onto this position. Just eliminate it. There's a Paragon. There's a Mayborn being built. That's definitely ambitious. I don't think that's going to finish. Definitely ambitious, though. Oh, there goes Rosaco. Oh, he control Ks, it looks like. Maybe he was hit by Corsairs. Maybe not. Oh, looks like it's a lot of ASF bodies. So he could have just control K, killing off some Air Forces. Again, not a bad strategy, because, again, his player, at least, is still in the game. But, again, at this point, I don't think it's going to matter, because Team 1 can't really take advantage of the destruction of ASFs because they don't have a T3 air quarters now. So that's unfortunate. We have bugs being bugs and just eliminating land forces. ASFs just got slaughtered by Team 2's forces. Again, there's a lot in that little clumpage of ASFs, though. So there's more inbound. And with the rest of the air eliminated for Team 1, I mean, there's really not much left. Chickens are inbound for the Fat Boys. Looks like everything from 6X was transferred over to Phong. He's going to move out of range, it looks like, in Control K. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. So in terms of comms left alive, we have 2 for Team 1. We have Team 1's Mimas, and then we have Phong. At least, oh, there goes 6X. Where's Fong's? Oh, no, yeah, where is Fong's comm? I don't see him anywhere. That's a little odd. Where did his comm end up going off to? I mean, that's leverage. Oh, there he is. He's right there, right next to his radar, so it actually got covered up. You can barely see it. So there's 2 comms left alive for Team 1. There's should be 2 comms left alive for Team 2. We have leverage and we have Mimas. We have 4 players still acting in the game for Team 2. Team 1, we have 3 players actually inactive right now. But again, given what's literally happening right now, it's definitely warranted. Bugs just hanging out, killing off SMDs as they fly on by. Looks like they might be going for the comm, if they know where the comm is. Oh, they know what the comm is. It looks like Phong Control K is over there. We have our bombers as well. Looks like they're going to go for the... No. They're going to go for the comm, maybe? They do hit him from some... No, I guess not. Okay, I guess they won't go for the comm. Here comes a nuke from Team 1. And looks like finally, 47 minutes. There goes the nuke. Lived way longer than I think it should have, to be honest. And then the nuke still goes for what Charles has had. Man, he just got super targeted by Team 1. And there goes Memes. Killed off by all of the everything. Team 2 wins the game at 47.5 minutes. Technically, on paper, it's a flawless victory, but in actuality, there's only 2 comms left, so it's not actually a flawless victory. That is the game. Lots of good back and forth. I do think the nuke from Team 1 could have been easily targeted on a bunch of different locations. I mean, they knew, obviously, where the Paragon was. They knew where some SMDs were. They knew where the nuke was eventually. So, like, they could have targeted bigger objects. I think their idea was to just crush this entire eastern side and then just push in on land, but it was just taking way too long. Team 2 was able to turtle up a little bit more. Team 2 was able to hold right here. Had this wall cracked a little bit, that probably would have been different. But, yeah, that Paragon coming alive just kind of expedited the game. At that point, it was kind of looking like Team 2's game anyways. But that's just how things go sometimes. So let me know down in the comments again what you thought about the match overall. Thank you so very much for watching to the very end of it. The MVPs, I mean, the Paragon was built by Memes, so there's some credit there. We had really good defense on this northern side by Dimitri. And again, I definitely want to give the shout out to Charles. He stuck with it, even though he got nuked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, because that nuke landed in the same spot twice. 6 times. That's a lot of times to be nuked. A lot. And he still stuck with it till pretty much the very end there. So some credit where credit is due. But that's pretty much it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Again, like I said, I really, really, really do appreciate it. And we'll see all of you in the next one.